put on the board, whether they preach it or not, come and correct it or put something on there and show you something, but he don't give it to everybody. It's just a small portion of the wisdom of Elohim. There's a lot of people that's just going in circles, and people don't even realize it. Before you get me that, get me the book of Al-Dabarim. I'm not trying to be before you long. Dabarim. One and about 6. I'll make it 1 and 4. Same word. That's right. Listen.
After he had slain Sihon, the king of the Amorites, which dwelt in Heshbon, and Og, the king of Bashan, which dwelt at Ashtaroth and Edrei, on this side Jordan, in the land of Moab, began Moshe to declare this law.
What happened?
Saying, Yahuwah, our Elohim, spake unto us in Horeb.
What happened?
Saying, ye have dwelt long enough on this mount.
We done what?
You have dwelt long enough in this mount.
What did he tell him to do, Brandon?
Turn you, and take your journey, and go to the mount of the Amorites, and unto all the places nigh thereunto.
You see that? What happened?
In the plain, in the hills, and in the vale, and in the south and by the seaside, to the land of the Canaanites.
You hear what happened? Through all of these, when we start to go back just to look at this information that he gave us, see what happened at verse 1. What was this in the way?
These be the words which Moshe spake unto all Yasharal.
Al-Dabarim. That's what we're looking at, the words. We're looking at the words he spake unto them. So what they had to do, they had to leave where they were, and they had to go through some other places in order to get to the place where he told them was going to be the land of rest for them. The place where they were going to dwell forever, that we look at an indefinite period of time, but they were removed because of their actions and their behaviors. So now you look at sometimes you could be stuck in a situation and not even realize that you've been out that long. He said, you dwelt long enough in this mountain. Turn and take your journey. And when you get to the place where he prescribed to us, we had to go through something. You weren't coming through these people land without no fight. You weren't coming through these people land without a struggle. And then the land you were going to go and inherit it was called the land of Canaan. Now you're going to come into a place where some people already inhabit it, and you're going to look to overturn these people. Take these people land from them, and you're going to possess it. Isn't that right? They've got us now that we're such a passive people. We wait on somebody to give us something. We don't ask for nothing except for leeway to get through where we're going. If you don't bid it to us, he told us to take it. They made us passive. That's why I motivate y'all to work out and take care of yourselves and do what you got to do. We're not passive people that they played us to be. Isn't that right? We sit around and wait on this man to give us a raise. We want this man to give us some crumbs, some bits, some kibbles and bits. No more just like a dog or an animal. Isn't that right? We take it. Once we bid you our piece, you don't give it to it, then we take it. Y'all got me? I don't know why people get this stuff. When he told her ask, he told me ask him. I ain't ask these people for nothing. Isn't that right? We're looking for him. Seek. We're supposed to seek you, Yahuwah. He said you'll find him. Come to these people. I ain't going no welfare office seeking nothing. Isn't that right? We're people that make our own way. Give me the book of Shaphatim 1. And for whatever reason, we'll come back to this. The Most High see fit. Hold me there, all our head Dabarim. But give me the book of Shaphatim, chapter 1, verse 1. Verse 1. Listen.
Now after the death of Yahusha, it came to pass that the children of Yasharal asked Yahuwah, saying, who shall go up for us against the Canaanites first?
You said they asked the federal government what now?
Asked Yahuwah, saying, who shall go up for us against the Canaanites first to fight against them?
They want to know what the NAACP and Rainbow Coalition.
Asked Yahuwah.
What happened, son?
Yasharal asked Yahuwah, saying, who shall go up for us against the Canaanites first to fight against them?
What happened, son?
And Yahuwah said, Yahudah shall go up. Behold, I have delivered the land into his hand.
You hear that? We look for these people to do nothing for us. All we want to know who we're going to go up for to fight for us. That's all we want to know. We know we're going to fight. There's nowhere in the world he told us to get through going through the Amorite land. These people weren't letting us just tread through on their land, so we already knew we had to be prepared to fight. Y'all hear me? And we were going into the land of Canaan. These people weren't just going to lay down submissive to us. They look at it being their land, but we come to take it. See, the mentality we were supposed to have, if we've been obedient, we've been and we had been confined to the laws and statutes and commandments he gave us, we wouldn't be in this predicament now. Isn't that right? And through those laws and statutes and those commandments he gave us, it should have yielded us the righteousness of faith, which we lack. Y'all get the only reason we look at the law. We look at it because this is what got us to Yahushua. Y'all got me? So we look at, he told us where we're going to give to, but you got to go through the land. It don't make sense to you. But he said, this is the way I want you to go in order for you to inherit it, what you got to get. You got to work for it. Isn't that right? What people have a saying, easy come. So you have to fight for it. It ain't something you just going to give up. Y'all got me? We had a man when we lost our land, we went back to possess it. They asked us to give up the land. We told them, all the time we sat in captivity, you had time to get it. Say, if your chismo had gave you the land, you wouldn't give it up. So whatever he gave us, we're not giving up. See that in the book of Shaphatim, chapter 10. I'll say something here. I got to break our spirit from that mindset of sitting around wanting these people to give us something. Just like he said, we be well able to take it. Y'all hear me? These people defensive down. They got so many fights and war they going on right now, they ain't even conscious. People, they watching or they need to watch themselves. First chance I get, I'm escaping. Let Master lead the gate open. Then I turn it back on me. I tell him, if I was you, I wouldn't do it. Let's say if it's 10 and 20, it might be the 11th chapter. Let's say chapter 10 about verse 20.
18 is the last verse.
It ain't no 18 the last verse. So it's got to be 11. Make it 11 and about 20 something, I'm sure. Make it 20. We'll read down. Listen.
But Sihon trusted not Yasharal to pass through his coast, but Sihon gathered all his people together and pitched in Jahaz and fought against Yasharal.
Y'all hear that? He didn't trust us to pass through his land. I told we asked these people for passing. He didn't trust us. We ain't no liars. Y'all hear me? It'd be just like our fathers told them when they met Yusuf, when they went into Mizraim, we be all honest. We be honest men. And we told that's why I get with y'all on when y'all lie. Your word supposed to be your bond. Y'all hear me? Your word is supposed to be your bond. That's attached to your name. Ain't that right? We letting them, we going to go. We going to just pass through on the further side. We'll only take what we need. Y'all got me? A lot of stuff y'all do, y'all don't realize the law against you. You just do it anyway because you just a nigga. I ain't even talking about them. I'm talking about a lot of y'all. A lot of stuff y'all do, y'all don't even realize. Our book's so right. The thing we do just so right when it comes down our law. That's what we told in the 4th chapter of the book of all our hey Dabarim. Who else got words so right? Who else got them so nigh to us as we do? Huh? He told the king, said, this is your wisdom and your understanding the side of the nation. When they going to look at it, they going to see. Who else? Come on, finish something. Let me show them something right quick since we're over here. Listen.
And Yahuwah, Elohim of Yasharal, delivered Sihon and all his people into the hand of Yasharal, and they smote them.
Yeah.
So Yasharal possessed all the land of the Amorites, the inhabitants of that country, and they possessed all the coasts of the Amorites from Arnon even unto Jabbok, and from the wilderness even unto Jordan. So now Yahuwah, Elohim of Yasharal, hath dispossessed the Amorites from before his people, Yasharal, and shouldest thou possess it?
Listen.
Wilt not thou possess that which Chemosh, thy God, giveth thee to possess?
Mm-hmm.
So whomsoever Yahuwah, our Elohim, shall drive out from before us, them will we possess.
What happened?
And now art thou anything better than Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab? Did he ever strive against Yasharal, or did he ever fight against them?
The thing we come back to look at, he started letting us know about the history and the work we did in order to obtain what we got. And he looked at what he gave us to possess. We're not looking to give it up. We're not giving this up without a fight. A lot of times y'all didn't consider, you were told this in the book of Oriel. He told you in your patience. Only we'll understand that because we understand our law. What did it take in order for you to obtain the Spirit? Or what does it take in order for you to receive it? So you look at, they look at the work we had. Because we didn't just walk in this land that was laid down for us. We fought to get him. It was a struggle. And when we got him, it was a fight. And when we got him, the enemy still sat around. And this is why you got to understand your law. A lot of times we sat around, we assume once we obtain, then it's easier. The fight becomes harder now. It was a little easier when you didn't have it. But now since you got it, it's a fight to make you give it up. And a lot of times we keep thinking there's an easy way. There is no easy way. Just like they looked at. When they finally got there, the first they want to know, who shall go up for us? Who's going to go up for us? Who's going to take us in the fight that we might possess the land? And that's what we try to do now in inherit the land. But it takes a spirit in order to do that, or the Ruach. Huh? And the only way you're going to get the Ruach, you have to believe a certain type of way. And how is that? as the scripture had said. So when you go back through the law, it's definitive, even to the righteousness of faith. They had to believe that. Now, what they just quote, they want to know who should read that again in chapter 1 and 1. Other brother, why you do that? Get me all Ahe Dabarim. Get me chapter 30 and about verse 5. Let's see what he said. Listen.
Now, after the death of Yahusha, it came to pass that the children of Yasharal asked Yahuwah, saying, who shall go up for us against the Canaanites first to fight against them?
Hold what you got, son. All Ahe Dabarim, chapter 30, verse 5. That was supposed to be up here. This ain't all the fun it look like, is it, Jack? Listen. 30 and 5. Listen.
And Yahuwah thy Elohim will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed.
Y'all hear that here? Yahuwah thy Elohim shall bring you into the land which your fathers did what?
Possess.
Possess. Listen. So we looking at the Ruach. What Ruach are you looking to obtain? Yehuda. The book of Yehuda. Yehuda 1 and 1. Listen. Since we there, as you read, comprehension. We know to enter and overstanding, but to be honest with y'all need to get to an understanding. First, you got to get a discipline before you get there. I use understanding a lot on y'all because you lack it. They got to first build discipline. Even when he was told, and even when Cuff told you, you had to do what first? Who? Humble yourselves. Under. Then he'll do what? That's when you'll get to an enter and an over. So a lot of times y'all will quote and say enter and over, but you don't need enter and over. You need to get under first. Huh? When he went up to possess all things, it was when? After he went under. Come on, he had to go under to the lower parts of the wrist. Wherefore he said when he ascended where? He led captivity what? And gave gifts. Now he that ascended had to do what? First he had to humble himself and come under. It's bad to keep understanding and never gravitate to enter and over. But the truth is being told, a lot of you never possess under. All right. Man, that's a total will submission. Huh? Giving up total will and submitting. Now, you ain't done it. That's what the son did. Huh? Let's show you something quick. Abarim chapter 5. I had to get out from up here because my mind to get to running. We'll be up here. But it'd be right, though. Let's see. So Abarim 5. Make it verse 5 be fine. 7 come to mind. Let's see what happens. Abarim 5 and 5. I still got the book of Yehuda 1 and 1. And he still got me all Ahe Dabarim, chapter 30, verse 5. Hold on for me. Listen.
So also the Mashiach glorified not himself
Boy, what happened, son?
to be made an high Kohan.
Yeah.
But he that said unto him, thou art my son, today have I begotten thee.
Listen.
As he said also in another place,
What he told him?
thou art a Kohan forever after the order of Melchizedek.
Y'all hear this? He told him, this day have I begotten you. That's important for you. Why? The reason why he told him he was his being. Let's look at something. Galatians 4 and 1. Everything got to make sense. Everything got to make sense. Well, we're talking about him being a high Kohan, right? Okay. 4 and 1. Talk to me, son.
Now I say that the heir, as long
heir is somebody that come in possession of, an inheritor. So he inherited all things. We agree? Now I say that the who?
that the heir,
As long as what?
as he is a child,
What happens, son?
differeth nothing from a servant,
Tell me what he's under.
though he be master of all,
But tell me what he is, son.
but is under tutors.
You say he's inner?
but is under
You
tutors.
say he's over?
but is under tutors
How long, son?
and governors until the time appointed of the
I wish
Father.
I understood this. This is what a lot of us don't get. You can't jump the inner over you never got under. It's got to be a principle. It's a principle thing. Y'all got me? So when we started to listen to him talking about being a high Kohan, he told him how he got here first. He had to tell him this day when he began it, thou art my being, which put him where? That put him under some people. Y'all hear me? He had to submit. Y'all got me? That's how he got over. That's how he got entered. And that's why a lot of you here never obtained. Come on back on what you got, son. Listen. Back at the book of Abarim, chapter 5. Were you at verse 5 again? That'd be fine. Listen.
So also the Mashiach glorified not himself
Tell me what happened, son.
to be made in high Kohan.
See, they to be made a high Kohan. Tell him what happened.
But he that said unto him,
What did he say to him?
Thou art my son.
This what?
Today have I begotten thee.
So that makes sense now? Which means that put him under. That put him under. You were put under the yoke. For what reason? You know what people don't like? Y'all look at white America. And it is easy, and I've been guilty for admiring white America. Because you can't find why white America been under nobody. That's been his problem. See, you don't realize why he put us under, because we come as a similitude. See, we come as a shadow. The only way he put us under, because we're going to get in, then we're going to get over. They don't even understand that. See, this is why you need a teacher. This is why you got, I know, look at us. Man, I mean, everybody like they over. It's only for a matter of time. You just heard that when they came to the air. We are the children of Yashua. And long we're children, guess what? We don't differ nothing from a servant. But we're under tutors and governors until the time appointed. Why is this important to us? See if that the 35th chapter of the book of Barashit. Let me say that what I want. 35. Let me say that what I want. I might be further than where I want to go. Barashit. Let me have 35 and 1. I'm probably going to move you through far right through. I know it's a 3. Come on, let's go.
And Elohim said unto Jacob, Arise, go up to Bethel.
Let me have 36. No. 36 is going to deal with Esau?
Yes.
Genealogy?
Yes.
30. Let me hear what 30 say. 30, no, 30, 31, down, over. 32. Let me hear what 32 and 1. Little L, please. Little L. They get a heart. They get a heart. Let me see. Listen.
And Jacob went on his way, and the Malachim of Elohim met him.
33.
And Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came, and with him 400 men.
I'm too far over. 28. Let me see what that say. 28 and 1. I should be getting now. Come on, 28 and 1. Who? What you say? 27. Let me hear 27 and 1.
And it came to pass that when Yatsakut was old and his eyes were dim.
Oh, yeah, beautiful, son. Jump down to 30. 27, 30. I do apologize. I was in the 30s. I know it's a 30 now, though. Listen.
And it came to pass, as soon as Yatsakut had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Yatsakut his father, that Esau his brother came in from the hunting.
Come on, son.
And he also had made savory meat and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Yatsakut his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau.
Come on, son.
And Yatsakut trembled very exceedingly and said, Who? Where is he that hath taken the venison and brought it me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him.
Come on.
Yea, and he shall be blessed.
Come on.
And when Esau heard the words of his father,
What happened?
he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father.
Come on, son.
And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and have taken away thy blessing.
Come on, son.
And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me?
Come on, son.
And Yatsakut answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Elohim, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And
I
with
have made him thy Elohim, and all your brothers I have given him for servants.
Amen.
What happened?
And with corn and wine have I sustained him.
Come on, son.
And what shall I do now unto thee, my son?
Well, come on, son.
And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
What happened, son?
And Yasakut his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the Yaritz and of the dew of Shamayim from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
You know what? Same thing happened to us. These people, by subtlety, have stolen our land over there. Huh? They went over there trying to perform, put on something. Y'all don't realize they studied this book before they took us down. They studied up this book, how to take it down. That's why they started dressing. You know, people say, y'all kind of dress like the Jewish people. No, they stole our clothes. Isn't that right? Esau didn't come in looking like Yaakov. Yaakov came in looking like Esau. Esau didn't come in smelling like Yaakov. Yaakov came in smelling like Esau. That's how they stole our land. That's how they got it, through subtlety. And rightly so. Rightly so they stole it. Rightly so we call them thieves and robbers to today. Isn't that right? And we attach them to number just robbers and crooks and sinners. Rightfully so when you watch them. But he let us know the truth be told. He told us how we were going to live, by our sword. Ain't nowhere in the world we ain't going to fight. And he talking about fighting, he said, and they got the dominion over us. Huh? He said, but when you break the yoke off, though. That's all I'm waiting. I'm waiting to break the yoke. I can feel myself getting stronger. I'm serious now. I'm getting like Shamshon now. I can feel my hair growing back. They ain't even paying attention to it. I can feel my strength coming back. I done did like you told. I done went, once you break away from it, shake yourself out. I'll go back and do like he said, as I did the first time. All right. Last study tried to say, oh, he trying to take the book for, no, I'm just taking the book for what the man said. Huh? He said, come to pay. He told that he become restless. You know why you look at, I ain't going to be able to take this. I'm not going to be able to take this. Y'all don't realize that's how he been told. Huh? Hold your gun. Pick me up at the 22nd chapter of the book of Matthew. He said, that's going to break his yoke. Matthew. 22:39. Matthew. Make it 38. 22:38. Listen.
This is the first and great commandment.
Come on.
And the second is like unto it.
Come on, son.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Come on.
On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Come on.
While the Pharisees were gathered together, Yahushua asked them, saying, What think ye of the Mashiach?
What happened, son?
Whose son is he?
Come on.
They say unto him, The son of Daud.
What happened?
And he saith unto them, How then doth Daud in Ruach call him Elohim?
Talk to me, son.
Saying, Elohim said unto my Elohim.
Elohim said to who?
To my Elohim.
Elohim said unto who?
Unto my Elohim.
What he told him to do?
Sit thou on my right hand.
Sit down where now?
On my right hand.
How long?
Till I make thine enemies thy footstool.
After he became restless. Until you become restless. Have you ever sat down so long you like you got to stand up? This is what the prophets already told to him. After he became restless, he going to break the yoke. We become restless. Y'all got to remember how we got to be. Huh? That's what we learned. He said, as he was in this world, in the rich, so are we. Huh? Vagabonds. We had to live out here with these people being tossed to and fro. These folks done moved us around. We got some of our brothers, so they moving around, just shipping around like sheep to the slaughter. Isn't that right? We having to live out here. These people done us wrong. Y'all can't get comfortable with these people. You can't ever stop trusting these people, start trusting them. You can't trust them. They can't be trusted. The number of liars, crooks, and robbers. You can't trust them. Y'all hear me? I never thought I would take that approach about them, but the more I watch them, the more I break away from them and stop eating their food, you start to look that you can get yourself more conscious. Same thing they want to do to Yahushua. They got him on the tooth. They kept, why is it now here the man, look, why you keep trying to feed me? What is it why? Because they keep trying to accelerate the point of death of you. Just like John Hopkins would have been sued $1 billion that the courts threw out for experiment on you with STDs, blacks, Dog Hume, the Negro. They've been experimenting with you. Not only the Tuskegee experiment, they use it on single kids. They put it on your mentally ill. They put it in your prostitutes, your drug users. They've been infecting you. $1 billion lawsuit in your courts done throw it out. Because your court, them and the Rockefellers. Them and the Rockefellers. See, these people don't care nothing about it. Every time you watch these people, it just make you become more angry with them. Huh? Just make you more angry with these people. I feel just like Shamshun did. When you look and see how they done burned us, and just, he looked at when they burned him down, now shall I be more justified. He judged them out. He judged it, then he condemned them. He said, I'm going to be more justified against these Philistines. How many times have they burned our houses down? How many times have they burned us up in these churches they gave us? How many times? Shamshun wasn't taking it but one. Ain't no way in the world he'd have sat around and watched them burn hills up. How many of our husbands and wives had these folks burned up, our mothers and fathers, our grandparents? How many? No way in the world. They stole us. They came, they took hands, they told us lies. They came from a long journey. We opened our arms. They took advantage of us. They took advantage of our kind nature. He told us, though, we held to the law, make no league with them. He tried to tell her, you know why we can only get angry when we came back to fight him. He wouldn't let us fight him. But there came a man, Shaul, who remembered him. Shaul remembered him, and he killed the Gibeonites. He killed them for what they did. They deceived us. He said, we'd have never made no deal. We were going to kill everybody that was around us. They came and they lied to us and told they came from a place so far that they took their bread fresh out of the oven and said, look, it molded while we were coming. They said these sandals, when we put them on, they were brand new. Getting to you, they wore out. Look at these clothes. Just sewn them for and walked straight out of our house and came here, and look how they look. We said that's a long ways. So we have no reason to kill you because, you know, we looked at you weren't in the region where we were going. Unlike the white man never said if I kill everybody. Only people we were taking out there were people in our pathway to where we were going. That was our law. Only people we would tell the people in our pathway, they lied. They were next to us. They knew we were going to take them down. They lied to us. They cut a deal with us. Now I got to tell them, just like Tony Montana boss told him, tell Sosa, you stole your deal. Unlike Shaul, you tell Sosa you stole your deal. You stole your deal. We never made no deal with you. They stole their deal with us. Now we sit here now, man, we the product of nothing but a mess. Rape children. Couldn't trace no deal. I wouldn't even insult myself by going to take no Ancestry.com. Man around send me a bag of mess in the mail. So here go your ancestors. Isn't that right? Give me a bag of Brown Solution. What I'm going to do? Tell me we're not number one, you number two.
Right.
Huh? They done us wrong. These people have done us wrong. But after we done become restless, they know. They ain't no fool. That's why they trying to increase it on them, trying to make everything look like terrorists anytime you say something. What is it when white folk go out here and mark with these signs saying kill niggas, hang niggas and black babies? Why they don't never call this terrorism? Why does it don't ever affect these people to come together? Why is no Homeland Security coming out here after these people? Just for Texas when a black man, where was Homeland Security? Where were they Secret Service, they CIA? Why they didn't put the military right here? Surely these weren't the only four white boys that been dragging blacks. I'm driving down the street. Somebody gonna see my car. You ain't passed no other vehicle that looked and said, what is that off the back of that, hanging off the back of that truck getting drugged by a rope? I'm looking at a head and a foot and a hand, and I'm on the back of the truck looking, laughing. You a sick nigga. I got something for a sick nigga. I doing just like, let's see what Koff said. Koff, give me the book of Koff right quick, son. Beth. Koff, Beth, chapter 2. And make it about 9. Make it 7. 2 and 9. Listen. 2 and 7. Listen.
And deliver just Lot, vexed with filthy conversation of the wicked.
Come on, son.
For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day.
What happened?
With their unlawful deeds.
Come on.
Yahuwah knoweth how to deliver Yahuwah knoweth how to deliver those who are just out of temptations.
You hear that? He know how to deliver the Sadiq out of temptation. Come on, son.
And to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment.
Listen.
To be punished.
Come on.
But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government.
They hear that. They despise. They don't want us to rule. Come on, son.
Presumptuous are they,
And what else?
self-willed.
All that self-will. Tell them what they do, son.
They're not afraid to speak evil of dignities.
If they know who we were, they'll keep their mouth shut. Tell them what happened, son.
Whereas the Malachi,
Which are what?
greater in power and might,
Tell me they run their mouth against us.
bring not railing
They
accusations.
wouldn't dare run their mouth against us. They durst not even bring no accusation against us. But what happened, son, about? Tell me about them, son.
against them before Yahuwah.
Tell me what happened, son.
But these, as natural brute beasts,
That's what I be looking. That's all I do. Let the book talk now. But these are natural brute beasts, purely physical. Tell me what they made for, son.
made to be taken and destroyed.
I wish I understood that. There was some kind of way if I could enter and understand that. They ain't even afraid. They know who we are. They ain't even afraid to talk against us. Make little jigaboo jokes. Show you monkey, big little waterman. They ain't even afraid to do it. A Malachi wouldn't do that, day. You couldn't get a Malachi to do that. Give me that book of Yehuda, son, since I called 1 and 1. Before you give me that 1 and 1, jump down and give me 1 and by 8. Yehuda 1 and 6. Listen.
And the Malachi, which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day.
Come on.
Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Talk to me, son.
Likewise also, these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of
Hold on a
dignity.
minute. Who they despise?
Likewise also, these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignities.
See that? Right back again. Tell me what happened, son.
Yet Michael, the arch Malachi, when contending with the sod, he disputed about the body of Moshe,
Yeah.
durst not bring against him a railing accusation.
You hear that? And when he dare bring no real accusation against the man Elohim. What happened, son?
But said,
But did what?
said,
Just your mouth.
but said,
What he telling?
Yahuwah rebuke thee.
Reprimand you sharply for running your mouth against his people. Because say you ought to be destroyed. They ought to be killed. They should be killed. They'll do that. You go speak evil to their queen over there and see what they do to you. Go there and say something evil against the president. You know what they say? I don't go along with that. Something ought to happen to you. I don't go along with you talking against us. I don't go along with you talking against the people of Elohim. Why doesn't it happen to them? Always pay their old faggotified laws. What about our law? Ours just. Ours right. Come on, give me that 1 and 1. Yehuda, 1 and 1 sent you down. Listen.
Yehuda, the servant
The
of
other brother still got me all Ahei Dabarim chapter 30 and verse 5. I remember what my lesson at. Come on, son.
Yahusha HaMashiach, and brother of Jacob, to them that are sanctified by Elohim the Father, and preserved in Yahusha HaMashiach, and called.
Listen.
Mercy unto you, and shalom, and love be multiplied. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you
That you should do what, son?
and exhort you
That you should do what?
earnestly
That you should
contend,
wait on the white government to do what?
that ye should earnestly contend,
Use your welfare check when they give it to you what?
that ye should earnestly contend for the faith
Which was what?
once delivered unto the saints.
They fought to get everything they got. Then you're going to have to fight to get this salvation. That's how I understand contend. Huh? They had to under contend for it. Nobody gave us nothing. Nobody gave us nothing. Abraham wouldn't even take nothing. He said, I done took the stuff for the young men. He paid the tithe off for it. He said, I ain't taking that from you. That you say you make me rich. Y'all to take from these people. Y'all love these people. These people your God. They your daddy. Still sleeping with your mama and with you. He ain't got enough in you to make your own way. You're scared to make your own way, but you'll trust him to do it, though. He do it better. He ish it out back to you and tell you how much you're supposed to get back. It's just better to depend on him because he cares. Cares for nothing but to take you down. All I'm trying to do is get our people back the way he told me. I got to understand contend for the faith. Only way I'm going to understand that, I got to understand the word. Huh? I got to understand the word. How did they contend? They had to fight to get it. Huh? Come on, this 30th chapter. All our head Dabarim, chapter 30, verse 5. Let me get all this stuff on tape. I got to put all this stuff on wax. They don't make records no more. They need to make them. I put it on wax. Listen.
And Yahuwah thy Elohim will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed.
Y'all hear that? I'm going to bring you into the land which thy fathers possess. Come on.
And thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and
Y'all hear
multiply
that?
thee.
So your father, he told you to under contempt for the faith that was once delivered unto the saints. So he was bringing them back into the land that their father possessed. So you got to fight again to get there. Come on.
And he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers.
Listen.
And Yahuwah thy Elohim will circumcise thine heart
Yeah.
and the heart of thy seed,
Yes.
to love Yahuwah thy Elohim with all thine heart
Yes.
and with all thy soul,
What happened?
that thou mayest live.
Come on, son.
And Yahuwah thy Elohim will put all these curses upon thine enemies,
Listen to this. Come on, son.
and on them that hate thee.
Do you hear that? These people got something coming. Huh? It's to their benefit to love me. It's their benefit to love. If they believe their book at all, that's what shows you white people don't believe their book. I ain't talking about white people don't believe it. Who is this talking to? Who is this talking to? They still can't explain how you left there black and came back white. None of this stuff makes sense. Who is he talking about? So I'm going to put all these curses on you. Listen.
Which persecuted thee,
Listen.
and thou shalt return and
Tell
obey.
me when we persecuted white people. When have white people been persecuted to take their book and say they're talking about them? I'm just asking, this is your book. At least it needs to make sense to you. Come on, son.
And thou shalt return and obey the voice of Yahuwah, and do all his commandments. Which
Never
I
done it.
command
They ain't
thee,
never obeyed nothing. They don't even obey each other. No, they never obeyed no Elohim. Listen.
which I command thee this day.
Talk to me, son.
And Yahuwah thy Elohim will make thee plenteous in every work of thine hand,
Come on, son.
in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy land for good.
Come on, son.
For Yahuwah will again rejoice over thee for good,
Yeah.
as he rejoiced over thy fathers,
Listen.
if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahuwah thy
That's our
Elohim,
whole key. We need to listen. Come on.
to keep his commandments and his statutes, which are written in this book of the law. And if thou turn unto Yahuwah thy Elohim with
Yeah.
all thine heart,
Yeah.
and with all thy soul,
Tell me what happened, son.
for this commandment which I command thee this day,
Is what?
it is not hidden from thee,
Tell me what happened, son.
neither is it far off.
That what happened?
It is not in Shamayim,
That what happened, son?
that thou shouldest say,
That thou should have do what?
that thou shouldest say,
That thou should have do what?
shouldest say,
Tell them what we shouldn't say, son.
who shall go up for us to
I see that.
Shamayim?
They want to know who we're going to go up and fight for us. I try to tell them, you follow this thing right, you'll get the righteousness of faith. He said, this thing ain't here from you. That you should say in your heart, who going to go up for us? This whole thing come right back to the righteousness of faith. Huh? Sadiq. Y'all hear? It come right back to it. I told you, you got to have it. So a lot of people, when they try to use it, the law is good if a man use it lawfully. If you don't use it right, if you use it just to follow for what it is, you're going to mess up. Huh? You understand? By the law, ain't no man going to be justified before him. Huh? Anybody got nothing to be justified. Romans 4:1, son. Let's move quick. All I do is say what the book say. They say, why you keep it? Because I know why I got it. Let's see what it said. Romans 4:1. Listen.
What shall we say then that Abraham, our father, as pertaining to the flesh, hath found?
Tell them what happened, son.
For if Abraham were justified by works,
Abraham was justified what?
by works,
Tell them what happened.
he hath whereof to glory, but not before Elohim.
Listen.
For what saith the scripture? Abraham believed Elohim,
And it was what?
counted unto him for Sadiq.
Abraham obeyed my laws and kept my statute and my judgment. What happened, son?
For what saith the scripture? Abraham believed Elohim, and it was counted unto him for Sadiq.
So he didn't count him righteous or Sadiq for keeping the law. He counted him Sadiq for the righteousness of faith. If you follow it right, it'll get you where you need to go. What we have to believe about him comes through the operation of faith. That's why we're him. That's why we're him. See that Romans chapter 3. For whatever reason, I'm over there. Why is 3:26 coming to mind? Probably got to go up. Let me see what Romans 3:26 say. Listen.
To declare, I say, at this time, his righteousness, that he might be just, and the justifier of him which believeth in Yahusha. Mm-hmm. Where is boasting then? It is excluded by what law? Of works? Nay, but by the law of faith.
By who?
But by the law of faith.
They want to know what you're boasting in. By the law? Is that what you're boasting in? What did he tell him, son?
But where is boasting then? It is excluded by what law? Of works? Nay, but by the law of faith.
Yeah.
Therefore, we conclude that a man is justified by faith.
That a man is justified by keeping what now?
That a man is justified by faith.
And not by what, son?
Without the deeds of the law.
You're not even going to get faith if you don't get the law. And if you got it, it should have produced you the operation of faith. Because faith come by what was again? I just came up on it, stumbled on it. And hearing, they're going to put you right back. You can't have one without the other. You just got to understand what's going to be conclusive when it come down to obtaining the Spirit. You got to have it. I have nothing to believe if I don't hear the law. Isn't that right? But I got to follow to a pattern of belief that it's going to produce the operation of faith. Y'all got me? The substance of things not seen, but it's hoped for. Huh? I'm hoping for it. And that's what a lot of y'all don't do. That's why a lot of y'all don't do nothing until you can see it. That's a clear sign of you not producing or not obtaining faith. That's another clear sign of you not being saved. Simply because you don't understand the operations. Huh? Operation can be used to do something. Take something out or put something in. Sometimes people go get surgery and they get stents. Put something in. Sometimes you go get surgery, they can take something out. So you got to understand the operation. We're putting something in you, and we're taking something out. We're replacing some things. Y'all got me? Some things that's needed, that's vital for your salvation. That's why we're here. This work we put up on the board, it's needed for salvation. You just don't know it yet. Let me show you how things work. Pick me up at the book of All Ahei Dabarim. I was just talking about this a little bit. Something come to mind. All Ahei Dabarim. I got to see where I'm going to go here. See if it's 23:19. Let me see that what I want. I already got 23:19. Oh, it's already up there. Okay. Well, look at that. Listen.
Thou shalt not lend upon usury to thy brother, usury of money, usury of victuals, usury of anything that is lent upon usury.
Come on.
Unto a stranger thou mayest lend upon usury.
Listen.
But unto thy brother thou shalt not lend upon usury.
Come on, son.
That Yahuwah thy Elohim may bless thee in all that thou settest thine hand to in the land whither thou goest to possess it.
Come on.
When thou shalt vow a vow unto Yahuwah thy Elohim,
Tell them what happened, son.
thou shalt not slack to pay it.
Where you heard that from? Shalom taught you that. He taught you in the book of Kahalath. He didn't come up with that. Moshe already told you this. When you vow the vow, what happens, son?
When thou shalt vow a vow unto Yahuwah thy Elohim,
What happens, son?
thou shalt not slack to pay it.
Yes.
For Yahuwah thy Elohim will surely
Oh,
require
brother,
it
you
of
hold me the
thee.
book of Mark right quick. The book of Mark, chapter 2. Give me about verse 22. Let me see if it's 24. Hold that for me. Mark 2 and 24. Y'all hold that. Listen. Come on.
And the Pharisees said unto him, Behold, why do they on the Shabbat that which is not lawful?
Back me up to verse 22. 2 and 22. What happened, son?
And no man putteth new wine into old bottles.
Yeah.
Else the new wine doth burst the old bottles, and the wine is spilled, and the bottles be marred. But new wine must be put into new bottles.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass that he went through the cornfields on the Shabbat, and his disciples began, as they went, to pluck the ears of corn.
Hold what you got, son. And what happened? They began to pluck the ears of corn. What happened?
And the Pharisees said unto him, Behold, why do they on the Shabbat that which is not lawful?
Okay. Let's jump back over here, son. Let's see what happened. This is All Ahei Dabarim 22. Where you at, verse 25? 23? 23, you start at 19.
20, of the 20, chapter 23,
I
at
already
verse
know.
21.
Verse 21 now?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen.
When thou shalt vow a vow unto Yahuwah thy Elohim,
Yeah,
thou shalt not slack to pay it.
yeah.
For Yahuwah thy Elohim will surely require it of thee, and it will be sin in thee.
Come on.
But if thou shalt forbear to vow,
Yeah.
it shall be no sin in thee.
Listen.
That which is gone out of thy lips,
What happened, son?
thou shalt keep
Y'all
and
done done
perform,
that. A lot of y'all already done that. It's sin. Go ahead.
even a free will offering, according as thou hast vowed
Ain't
unto
nobody
Yahuwah,
made you do it. You don't say he ain't committed to it. What happened?
as thou hast vowed unto Yahuwah thy Elohim,
Come on.
which thou hast promised with thy mouth.
Goodness. A lot of men done messed this up. Come on, son.
When thou comest into thy neighbor's vineyard,
What happened?
then thou mayest eat grapes. Then thou mayest eat grapes thy field at thine own pleasure.
What happened?
But thou shalt not put any in thy vessel.
What happened?
When thou comest into the standing corn of thy neighbor,
When you come into what?
the standing corn of thy neighbor,
What happened?
then thou mayest pluck the ears with thine hand.
Yeah,
But thou shalt not move a sickle unto thy neighbor's standing corn.
yeah.
When a man hath taken a wife,
Stop, son. That's good. Back at 2 and 22. Mark 2 and 22. Listen.
And no man putteth new wine into old bottles,
That's what happened.
else the new wine doth burst the bottles,
Yeah.
and the wine is spilled, and the bottles will be marred. But new wine must be put into new bottles.
Yes.
And it came to pass that he went through the cornfields on the Shabbat,
And what happened?
and his disciples began, as they went, to
And they
pluck,
did what?
as they went,
They cut what?
to pluck the ears of corn.
And what does they do?
And the Pharisees said unto him, Why do they on the Shabbat that which is not lawful?
You see the law? They were looking at fault. Although they were doing what the law told them to do, they were going through the cornfield. You can eat your field. You just can't put a sickle to it. Don't take no knife and cut it. Not only that, you weren't supposed to put none in your bags and leave with it. Let me tell y'all about y'all, 100%. Y'all are 109% nigga with a 3% margin of error. You'll come and eat, you ain't paid, and you're going to fix a plate and take it with you. That's why I try to tell my time. The Lord kill them all the time. You take and steal. I might get them one time, but steal and drink. Niggas used to soon to get through it. Stick them in their pocket, keep them in their bag, just start. Y'all don't realize the law get you every time. Because, see, that's the nigga part of not learning your law. Is you can eat to your field. He never tell the he said, don't put nothing in your bag. It ain't yours. It's not yours. That book, right?
That's right.
He was smart, didn't he? That's why the writer had enough sense when he wrote to put in there, then put sickle. He had to let them know they went through, they began to pluck and eat. They couldn't stand there and cut and say, I'm going to be hungry later on when I get down the road. I better take a plate with me to work. Oh, they hit a lot of them. What that A1, now what they want, all security thing. They're batting 110,000. Now, every time the book gets you. Whole bunch of y'all niggas, first thing do, go fix your plate, go shove your car high. I used to break y'all up and that stuff. But the book been got y'all. Y'all don't realize why you need it. That's why you need an instructor. Because you do so much niggified stuff, you don't even know you be committing sin. Just be taking, just never just robber. You vow and you don't never pay, the book get you. That book get y'all every time. Y'all just be sitting around studying lying. Man said, you could have kept that vow. That's better you didn't make it. So now it's sin. That's the purpose of why you need the righteousness of faith. The Sadiq of faith. Otherwise, we in trouble. The Lord gets you. What you do? You just find a man and say you got sin in you now. How you going to get rid of sin? That's the purpose of why we got him. Now you got to get rid of sin. If you don't keep following by the law, you're going to find some other stuff you've been doing too. That you've been breaking the law. And it's sin. You know the compensation for that. Romans 6:23. I'll get ready and let y'all go. That's all right. They don't like this one. 6:23.
Amen. Amen.
They don't like this. He ain't preached another one. I don't know. I want to hear about the moon. I'll knock you to the moon, nigga. You don't stop that stealing. Listen.
For the wages of sin is death.
So how you going to get that? Uyakra. 18:1. 18, make it Uyakra 18:3. Uyakra 18:3. Listen.
After the doings of the land of Mizraim, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do.
When in Rome, do as the Romans. Listen.
Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
Yes.
Ye shall do my judgments, and keep mine ordinances. To walk therein, I am Yahuwah thy Elohim.
What happened?
Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments,
What happened, son?
which if a man do,
If a man what?
do,
What happened, son?
he shall live in them. I am Yahuwah.
You're supposed to live by it. 12th chapter of the book of Romans. Romans 10:1. Unlike a lot of people, I don't need the law to be gone for me to start committing no sin. I just got to believe on that the scripture said. You just got to operate by the operation of faith, which is the knowledge you get from the law. I ain't looking for any people looking to get out of it. You get a lot of folk, they try to prove a Christian. That's what they want to try to prove, the dismounting of the law, but that doesn't make sense because if you dismounting the law, how did you get faith? So that's what a lot of people are always trying to find how you get over. We don't have to do none of this stuff. That makes you an idiot. Because he told you, don't think that I came to destroy no law or the prophets. Now, all I got to get rid of the prophets, I got to get rid of the law. I got to get rid of the people I said to send it, which in turn gets rid of me. Wouldn't make sense now, would it? What they told you and what they instructed you should have produced a belief and a faith in me. That's why we're here. Listen,
Brethren,
my heart's
desire
in prayer
to Elohim for Yasharal is
that they might be what?
saved.
They got the law. For I bear them
Record,
that they have,
a zeal of Elohim,
but not
according to knowledge,
for they being
ignorant of Elohim's righteousness,
his Sadiq, and done what, son?
going about to establish their own righteousness,
And have did what?
have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Elohim.
That's what we look at. So when you start to take off to do your own thing and start seeing your own works, you're like you'll find sin, and you don't even probably even understand what the law even trying to tell you. Just like they did in the 4th chapter, in the 2nd chapter of the book of Mark. Shemut. All are Shemut. 12. Try to get ready and let y'all go. Well, some of y'all got to get ready and sell. Want to know when the new moon going to be going, Kadosh moon. 12, give me 12 and 12. It's all the same word. Listen.
For I will pass through the land of Mizraim this night, and we will smite all the firstborn in the land of Mizraim, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Mizraim I will execute judgment. I am Yahuwah, and the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are, and when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Mizraim.
Yeah.
And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast unto Yahuwah throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
What we said the word was for a memorial. Shamar. Shamar. Listen.
7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread.
Yeah.
Even the first day ye shall put away the leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day,
What happens, son?
that soul shall be cut off from Yasharal.
What happens, son?
And in the first day there shall be an Kudash convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be an Kudash convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them,
What happened, son?
save that which every man must eat. That only may be done of you.
At the book of Mark, chapter 2, at verse 22, 23. This is Mark 2 and 23. Listen.
And it came to pass
So what happened?
that he went through the cornfields
That
on
they
the
did
Shabbat.
what?
They went through the cornfields on
What?
the Shabbat.
And what did they do?
And his disciples began, as they went, to pluck the ears of corn.
And to put them in their pocket?
To pluck the ears of corn.
Because they were eating. See, while they were so going and having their own Sadiq, they hadn't submitted themselves to the righteousness, to the Sadiq or Elohim. Because they would have caught this. He told you on the Shabbat what shouldn't be done. No amount of work except that which every man must eat. But when you got your mind so construed on what you're going to go and you're going to do and you're going to see your own way, you're going to make a mess. I've been tired of a lot of these folks on there trying to teach about that. Don't cook on Shabbat, all this stuff. Been shot a lot of them down. Let me say that. We don't take and use our liberty for no cloak. Isn't that right? We don't just go find them to just do. But they were hungry. What were they going to do? They going to starve themselves and wait out the Shabbat and eat? The law already made opportunity, made room for us. But you got to list only there for people that got enough mind to look for the righteousness of faith. If you don't, while you be trying to do one thing, you'll do just like he said. You'll strain out of camp. You'll swallow a camel and strain out a gnat. While they thought they had something, they ain't had nothing on it. Isn't that right? Even when Pilate came, he tried to tell you, I don't find no fault. When you go back over what the man did, he said, I don't find no fault. That's why we're him. That's why we're him. Had people sat down and watched and learned, they would have knew who he was. See if that, I'm going to get ready to go. Yashayahu, 1 and 1. This is going to be rough. My mind got to work now. One and 1. Other brother, get me Mattheyahu. Oh, goodness. Chapter 9, 27 be fine. Other brother, give me the book of Tahalim. Tahalim. The other brother will finish up. So get what y'all got? That's 3. One of y'all got 2. So we're gonna hear Yeshayahu, Mattheyahu, Tahalim. Then finish me up at Ukanan chapter 6 and verse 44. Listen.
The vision of Yashayahu, the son of Amos, which he saw concerning Yahudah and Jerusalem, in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, Malach of Yahudah.
What happened?
Hear, O Shamayim, and give ear, O Aritz,
Listen what happened.
for Yahuwah has spoken.
Y'all hear what happened? Yahuwah done spoken. What happened, son?
I have nourished and brought up children,
What they did, son?
and they have rebelled against me.
How y'all feel? Come on.
The ox knoweth his owner,
And who?
and the ass his master's crib.
Who knoweth his owner?
The ox,
Knoweth who?
his owner,
And the ass?
his master's crib.
So you said Princess and Felicia know where they stay?
I didn't say it.
But
Yasharal doth not know.
who?
Yasharal doth not know.
Tahalim. 101, 103 and 1. I don't hold me Mattheyahu, chapter 9, 27. Tahalim. 103 and 1. Listen.
Bless Yahuwah, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his Kudash name.
What happened, son?
Bless Yahuwah, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits.
Y'all hear that? Don't forget all his what, son?
Benefits.
See, you know what? They remember their benefits on their job. They don't remember his benefit. That's why he told you. You don't even know. Yeah, he just said, don't forget all his benefits. Ask them about their job. They can call them. I got 401k private sharing. I got unpaid leave. I got unlimited write-ups. They know all their benefits. Tony Joe should have been fired. And don't forget all that benefit. Talk to me, son.
Who forgiveth all thine iniquities.
Who does what, son?
Who forgiveth all thine iniquities.
Who forgiveth what?
All thine iniquities.
And what else, son?
Who healeth all thy diseases.
You say you got to have their insurance for what and their medication?
Who healeth all thy diseases.
What else did he do before he healed all your diseases?
Who forgiveth all thine iniquities.
And what else did he do, son?
Who healeth all thy diseases.
Come on, son, in Matthew Yahoo, chapter 9. 9 and 4 be fine. Listen.
And Yahusha, you said 9 and 4?
9 and 4 first.
Amen.
Listen.
And Yahusha, knowing their thoughts, said, Wherefore think ye evil in your hearts?
Yeah.
And whether is easier to say,
What's easy to say? What's the problem, Brandon?
Thy sins be forgiven thee?
Or what?
Or to say, Arise and walk?
What happened, son?
But that ye may know,
That you may what?
that ye may know
What?
that the Son of Man hath power on the aritz
To do what?
to forgive sins.
That's what Yahoo said you didn't. You didn't know. 9:27. Listen.
And when Yahusha departed thence,
What happened?
2 blind men followed him, crying
Yeah.
and saying, Thou son of Daud,
Yeah.
have mercy on us.
Yeah.
And when he was come into the house, the blind men came to him. And Yahusha saith unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this?
Yes.
Then they said unto him, Yea, Yahusha. Then touched he their eyes, saying, According to your faith be it unto you.
Yeah. According to the law?
According to your faith be it unto you.
Thank you, Dwayne. Dwayne Johnson. Talking about faith. Exactly. To your faith. Which means they had to believe. You hear that? Listen.
And their eyes were open. And Yahusha straitly charged them, saying, See that no man know it.
Listen.
But they, when they were departed,
What happened?
spread abroad his fame in all that
You
country.
think he didn't know that? He already knew what they were going to do. Come on, son.
As they went out, behold, they brought unto him a dumb man possessed with the devil.
Mm-hmm.
And when the devil was cast out, the dumb spake. And the multitudes marveled, saying, It was never so seen in Yasharal.
Yeah.
But the Pharisees said, He casteth out devils through the prince of the devils.
Yeah.
And Yahusha went about all the cities and villages.
He went what?
Went about all the cities and villages.
You say he stayed in one place?
Went about all the cities and villages.
I couldn't imagine what he was doing, Leon. What he was
Teaching.
doing? Teaching?
In their synagogues.
Uh-huh.
And preaching the gospel of the kingdom.
Oh, that's beautiful. What else was he doing, Brandon?
And healing
And
every
doing what?
sickness. Healing
He was healing what?
every sickness.
I heal all your diseases.
Amen.
I try to tell y'all don't know nothing about him. What was the prayer? Why he just didn't say he was healing sickness? What was he doing now?
And healing every sickness and every disease among the people.
What would be the purpose to tell us that? Because I need to know the law. Which believe Tahalim 103 and 1, the blind man believed it. He said, you can believe I can do that? I mean, you had to believe that I'm Elohim.
Yeah. That's right.
Finish up, son. 644. Yehukanan. I told you none of his speech was without reasoning. Listen.
No man can come to me.
Except.
The Father which has sent me, draw him.
That's why they had to come. They tried to tell him that in the 3rd chapter of the book of Yehukanan. They tried to tell him, Rabbi, the same one you baptized outside of Jordan said, behold, all men come to him. He said a man can receive nothing except to be given to him from Shamayim. He said, you bear record yourself. I told you I'm not him.
Right.
Listen.
And I will raise him up at the last day.
Tell them what's written, son.
It is written in the prophets.
That they should do what?
And they shall be all taught of Elohim.
Every man
Therefore,
that had heard
and had learned of the Father
come as well.
unto me.
When you read the book, it's all about Yahusha. So then you know who he is. He is the Father. That's good, brother.
Amen.
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 May the Most High. May the Most High. That's why we're here.